One of the best Essence eyeshadow palettes is the Glamour Camo palette, this one here. We have 16 eyeshadows in this palette and you can create so many eye looks. With this part here, you can do a lot of wearable and everyday eye makeup looks. You can also spice things up with the green shades that we have and make something fun and interesting. I like that we have this black matte eyeshadow that you can use to intensify the outer corner and also to outline the lashes. In this palette we also have these beautiful shimmery eyeshadows that you can use as a highlighter. We have this pretty packaging. It is a very lightweight palette, so you can travel with this one. We don't have a mirror, but we have 16 eyeshadows. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Vasiliki, and in this video we are talking about the best and worst Essence eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to show you the 5 best and 5 worst eyeshadow palettes by Essence, and let me know in the comments below if you have a favorite affordable palette by Essence or another brand. And let's continue with some of my least favorite eyeshadow palettes by Essence. I have here the I Flirt eyeshadow palette and also the I Got This, and let's start with this one here, the I Flirt. This is one of the biggest palettes that I have by Essence. We have 24 eyeshadows in this one and we get 36 grams of product. We have a plastic packaging and this one is pretty heavy. So, oops, let's open this. We have a plastic layer, a beautiful big clear mirror. The color story of this palette is so beautiful, but the eyeshadows are not very blendable. The matte eyeshadows that we have are not pigmented. They blend into nothing. They are not very noticeable in the crease. Also, the shimmery eyeshadows that we have are very fluffy and powdery as well, and they are not staying on the eyes. It's not easy to use this palette. In this one, we also have some satin eyeshadows that intensify the texture of the skin, and who likes that? I don't. This palette here was in the same collection with the I Flirt palette, and also there is another one that I'm still testing. And with this one here, oh, it goes very well with my nails. Okay, focus. With this one here I have different issues. And let me show you how it looks. We also get this beautiful, gorgeous, big mirror. You can see everything. We have a very good quality mirror in both of the palettes. In this one, we have only 4 matte eyeshadows. This here, that 3 of them are very natural. We also have this black matte eyeshadow, and I always find myself that I need to use another palette with this one, and we have 24 eyeshadows. We shouldn't have to use another palette as well, and the formula is very similar to this one here, but my main problem with this one is that we don't have a lot of matte shades. With these 2 palettes we have a mirror, but they are very heavy to travel with. One of the new eyeshadow palettes by Essence is the nude eyeshadow palette. In this one we have super shiny shimmery eyeshadows. I like the formula of the shiny shades a lot in this one. It has a mixture of warm and cool toned eyeshadows. If you don't mind that, all the eyeshadows are blending beautifully into each other. If you like very easy everyday eye looks, this palette is for you. The next palette has some very beautiful eyeshadows, but it's not very practical. This one here is the BN Original eyeshadow palette. In this one we have very interesting eyeshadows and they have a very nice saturated color. You can create a lot of fun eye looks and also some more everyday. The only issue that I have with this palette is the shape of the pans. They are very long and thin and it's not easy to use, for example, a fluffy brush and take the product. Essence has released another palette with the same pan alignment with this one here, and this is the To the Moon and Back eyeshadow palette. This one is one of my least favorite palettes. I didn't like the shades that we have. We don't have matte eyeshadows. That means that you need to use it with another palette. We have shimmery and satin eyeshadows that are very powdery, fluffy. They are not sitting on the eyes, and I didn't like this one. Next we have one of the most beautiful palettes by Essence, the Salupari eyeshadow palette. This one is part of the City palette. They have released 4 eyeshadow palettes. The design of the palette is inspired by Paris and it is so pretty, a very lightweight palette. In this one we have cool toned eyeshadows, very nice blendable matte shades, and also we have a very nice sheen for the shimmery eyeshadows. We also get a mirror, that means you can travel with this palette and you can create a lot of eye looks because we have lighter shades and also darker to intensify the eye look. We have these 2 eyeshadows that are very similar to each other. You can use them to highlight your eye look or even to set your concealer if this can work for your skin tone. This is one of the best drugstore palettes if you like cool toned eyeshadows. Another palette with a very nice packaging is the Future Is Me eyeshadow palette. This was in the Trend Edition Choose Your Power. There are 4 palettes for this collection. In this one we have a mirror. The pan shape and alignment is very similar to the Eye and Face palettes by MAC. In this palette we have this very dusty and patchy highlighter. Also these very fluffy, shimmery eyeshadows with micro glitter that are not sticking to the eyes. In this one we have only these 2 matte shades that are not blending nicely. They are patchy and they are a little bit drier. You need to use another palette in order to use this one because there are not a lot of crease colors. One of the cutest palettes ever is the Mermaid Eyeshadow Box 3, and this one here is such a disappointing eyeshadow palette. Oh my god, I cannot open it. Okay, we don't have a lot of matte shades in this one, only this one here, and that's it. We don't have other crease colors in this palette. Also, the shimmery eyeshadows are not pigmented, they are not shiny, and they are looking flaky on the eyes. With this palette, I was starting to lose my faith in Essence eyeshadow palettes. Afterwards, we have a palette that is perfect for beginners, the Good Day Sydney eyeshadow palette. This one is also a city palette. We have this beautiful design, and this one is inspired by Sydney, I think. Yes. Oh my god, what am I talking about? It is the name of the palette. Okay, you know. This one also has a mirror, and what I like about this palette is that you can do some very wearable eye looks. You can also use the blue, green eyeshadows in this one and do something very everyday. The dark brown eyeshadow is ideal to intensify your eye look. We also have very nice shades to highlight the eyes. I like that the colors of this palette are not very vibrant. That means that you can use them very easily for an everyday eye look. And I think this palette is very nice if you want to start experimenting with colors. Let me know in the comments if you have tried any of these palettes and if you like them. You can find here the best and worst Essence makeup products. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and also click on the notification bell, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!